Yeah.
Ready?
Just a minute, right?
So this is something that I thought of. My brain is always running about mechanics during kettlebell sport and just using kettlebells by themselves. So the thing is, what's wonderful about a kettlebell swing is it teaches people to not let their knees cave in. Much like in the goblet squat, if we're holding here, we're not doing this, which is not what we want. So, super high repetitions of slight external rotation. I'm wearing baggy mountain bike shorts so you can see. But anyway, so even on your swing, single arm swings, we still, to not get hit with the kettlebell, you can't bring your knees in. We want to keep them slightly out. So that's a lot of hip extension with external rotation. Okay, so same thing for snatches. Same thing for cleans. Because the kettlebell calf is between the legs, it's teaching you to keep slight external rotation and your glutes engaged. So you can be getting really strong on hips, but there's something a lot of people aren't thinking about. If you want full development of your hips, your legs, torso, and healthier hips, what we want to do, you may be super, super strong in this position. Your legs are out here, but what about lunges in the midline? We want to be able to have strength with the knee towards the midline. Now that doesn't mean over here. Foot midline, and I can come up from this position. So now we're using a lot of TFL, a lot of adductor strength to stabilize. Because if you're constantly out here and developing your hips that way, we're not getting the medial development and stability that we want as well. So a lot of people, they might do lunges, but they're doing thousands of more reps with your legs out wider. So, snatch to lunge.
Did you take some weight off of the line? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Snatch to dropping lunge. Clean to lunge. See the difference? Knees out, wider stance. So really, really focusing on developing the hip. And this is one of the reasons why I like a reverse lunge. We don't talk about this often unless I'm working with people in person. I'm not a fan of front lunges. If you pushing, let me show you this from the side. So if I'm going forward, now how am I getting back to where I was? I'm pushing more. I'm extending my quad right here. So that's why a lot of people feel lunges and they're like, oh, where are my quads? If you step back and then use your hip to pull you forward, pull me forward. Notice I'm not using this back leg to help me up. I'm pulling myself forward using the hips. Okay, there's another way. If you don't really feel that, what we can do, we find something. All you have to do is elevate a little bit. So I'm here. Much more hip because the angle is tighter. So I'm stepping back and I'm pulling myself that way. Picture like a backhoe or something that you're stuck in a ditch and you're trying to pull yourself out. This is the arm. So I'm reaching and I'm pulling my body out of that ditch. I'm pulling up. Another one. Let me grab the slider real quick. It's one of the easiest ways to teach somebody how to do back a lunge and activate the front. Foot on the slider. Slide back. Now I don't have any traction here, so I'm pulling myself forward. Make it more cover. So there you go. If you're doing a lot of kettlebell snatches, your knees opening, pair that with some lunges, because most people can't squat. Legs closed. Okay?